Okay, this is my official prediction for the title fight between David Benavidez and David Morrell in a few weeks' time. Now, I don't think this is going to be an easy task for David Benavidez. Obviously, he's looked at the guy, one of the up-and-coming guys in the sport. Very exciting. He's got a lot of hype. I think he's more suited to light heavyweight. To be honest, I will give my prediction on this fight against David Morrell, but if I was Benavidez, I would definitely, look at challenging the winner between Bivol and Beterbiev. I actually think that Benavidez is probably bigger than Bivol. Those guys have sparred a lot. Now, David Morrell, unlike a lot of guys at super middleweight, is a big guy himself. That's one of the challenges that Benavidez has, is that Morrell, he's a bigger guy. He's a good boxer. He has a deep amateur background, Cuban fighter. What I've seen in the build-up, and I haven't seen too much of Morrell fight. I've seen Benavidez fight quite a bit. But with Morrell, I think that his mindset going into this fight is he's going to box and move. Now, I don't think that he's intimidated by Benavidez in this fight. I definitely think that he's going to come to win. But in saying that, my prediction for the fight, I think that, the first 4 or 5 rounds, Morrell's going to outbox Benavidez. But eventually, whether it's the 5th, 6th round, Benavidez is going to hurt him and he's going to stay on him. And I see him edging out probably a decision, if not a stoppage late. So I have Benavidez in this one. He's too strong. He's too quick. I don't really know how good Morrell takes a punch. But just looking at the two guys, the attitude in this fight, Benavidez seems like he wants to make a statement. He seems like he's going in for the kill. He definitely wants to, put a show on. That's the feeling I get, that he wants to hurt Morrell. Morrell just seems like he wants to outbox him. He's made comments about Benavidez being flat-footed, so I don't really see the fire in Morrell the way I see it in Benavidez. So I definitely think that Benavidez, he's going to hurt him, and when he hurts him, he's just going to stay on top of him and outpunch him, basically. I think that when Morrell gets hit, he's going to move less and he's going to want to trade. And when he trades with Benavidez, he's going to get caught with punches. I think that he is a good defensive fighter, so I don't know if he'll get knocked out. But I definitely see him being outworked by Benavidez in the mid to late rounds. If he were to fight a guy like Beterbiev, it would be interesting to see if he could bully, fight the same way he fights a super middleweight at light heavy. That's what he should do next. He had one fight at light heavyweight against a guy who was kind of past his best. So Benavidez, he's all about chasing greatness. He's one of the young stars in the sport. I definitely think he should challenge the undisputed champion at light heavyweight. The rematch between Beterbiev and Bivol, I definitely think he should go for that fight. Canelo, I don't think he wants to smoke. I think eventually Canelo is going to have to fight one of those guys, whether it be Bivol, Beterbiev, or Benavidez. All three guys are pretty much the same size. Canelo, he can cement himself as the best Mexican fighter of all time. If he beats any one of those guys, I think the winner of Beterbiev, Bivol, I think if Beterbiev beats Bivol a second time, if he fights Canelo, I personally think that Canelo would probably have a better chance with him than Beterbiev, just because, Beterbiev has a very high work rate and Canelo's work rate isn't that high. So I think that if Canelo fought if Canelo fought Benavidez, I would favor Benavidez. But if Canelo fought Beterbiev, I would favor Canelo. It's crazy that seems. I think most people would think that Beterbiev would stop Canelo, but, I would favor Canelo in that fight. Obviously, Bivol beat Canelo. I think he would always beat Canelo. But styles make fights. Sometimes a fighter can beat this fighter, and then, Joe Frazier beat Ali, Foreman beat Frazier, that type of thing. But yeah, for this fight, Morrell and Benavidez, Morrell's a young, strong, a good boxer, great amateur pedigree, but I just think Benavidez is going to be too much for him. I'm definitely looking forward to the fight, but I'm really looking forward to Benavidez challenging himself against better guys. So yeah, there's my prediction for Benavidez Morrell.